Welcome in, everybody. I am so happy you've joined us. I'm happy to be back in Stonercast mode. We are just a few days now from opening day, less than 2 weeks. I actually had the number, but I'm not going to look down for it right now because I'm greeting everybody that's watching. This live is set up solely to let us work the kinks out before Dave and I are live on April the 1st, where we will reveal the roster. We're going to break down some of the returning players, some of the new players to give you an idea of who you're going to be cheering for this season, right? Who you're going to be sitting in the stands, hollering their name, and, you know, pushing the Clingstones over the line to the victory each and every night. So, again, thank you for joining us. Dave is not with us tonight. He had some other obligations. I kind of sprung this on him at like, oh, I don't know, 5:30. I was like, "Hey, bro, let's go live." He said, "I can't." So, we are here. We are gearing up for a full season of coverage of your Columbus Clingstones. And on behalf of Dave and myself, thank you so much for an amazing season one. You guys made it worth every single time we sat down to write questions, to book guests. You guys made it worth it because you showed up in the comments, you showed up via your shares, and even the private messages where you just said, "Hey, thanks, you're doing a great job." Man, you guys don't understand how great that makes both Dave and I feel. So, shout out to my guy Dave, the nicest guy in Pell City, Alabama, none other than my co-host Dave Norris. So, he will be joining us on April 1st, and we're going to have an action-packed show for you that night. We're going to have some special guests pop in on the live episode that night. We're going to have maybe a giveaway or two. I'm sure. I hope you've seen our Stonercast stickers, and got a couple other surprises in store for you. So again, this episode, we are just going to break down kind of some of the events and promotions, giveaways, the new food items that are going to be hitting Synovus Park this season. And, just to give it everything that's come out slowly from the Clingstones, we're going to wrap it all up in a bow for you on this episode so you'll kind of know what's going on. So, for starters, I don't think we can start anywhere but the alternate identity, right? The Columbus Refrescos de Fuente. So this is part of Copa, a major league, minor league. Actually, it's a minor league initiative to increase awareness, increase visibility, and brand visibility to the Hispanic community. Copa means fun. It's the Fun Cup, right? And there was actually a winner. I'm not even sure of how all of that is done, and how it's decided who's going to be the winner. But at the end of this particular point in the season, there'll be a winner, right? And so, of course, if there's going to be a winner, we want it to be the guys in peach. Go Clingstones, right? So, at any rate, this alternate identity is celebrating the Fountain City. And if you've been in Columbus a long time, you know Columbus is known as the Fountain City. And I know there's a little bit of controversy around it, but we're not even going to get into all that. It's a great brand. I'm a graphic designer by day, and the brand, the colors that were used in the uniform design, everything comes together, and it is an incredible identity. Um, from what I understand, there's another alternate identity coming as well. So, the Refrescos de Fuente jerseys and merch are on sale now. I've actually seen a good buddy of mine, Mike Frost, shout out to Mike, rocking the hat already, for the Refresco de Fuente. So the games where they will wear the alternate identity May 14th, June 23rd, and July 11th. Specially designed jerseys, on field branding, in game entertainment that's themed around the Copa and Refresco de Fuente brand. They're also going to put some giveaways together with that. Um, the flag, Refrescos de Fuente flag. I am so stoked about this. We didn't get a flag last year, but this year The Clingstones are doing a flag for the Refrescos to Fuente identity. It's going to be given to the first 1,000 fans on May 14th, and that's going to be presented by Eagle Christian Tours. They're going to give away a jersey. Let me explain to you what that is. Shirt, jersey, kind of merge them. It's a jersey. It's a hybrid T-shirt, basically. That's going to be given to the first 1,000 fans on July 11th. So I know the lines are going to be long for that one. Make sure you are there on July 11th so you can get your very own Refrescos de Fuente jersey. So again, great brand. I love the color, the blue, the yellow, the red, the white. It all pops. Even the brown that's mixed in there for to represent the soda that's in the cup. It's an awesome touch. And to whomever designed it, kudos to you. Great job. I love the branding, and I cannot wait to get my Refrescos de Fuente merchandise in. So, all right, what we're going to do, we're going to break this episode down. We're going to go through some of the big items, and then we're going to go through some of the smaller things. In my opinion, and in the opinion of my very good friend, Murdog, man, he is excited for all the new food options that were announced just a few days ago. And I am getting them up now. I've got messages bombing me right now, I guess, from people that are watching. Um, the food that's coming this season, the burgers. They kind of did a burger rotation last year, so you know what to expect from Chef Matt and our favorite Alex, who is the general manager for OVGH, who is the concessions vendor for the Clingstones. They came out with some really cool food items last year, some tastes that you don't get anywhere else. And we had Chef Matt on for an episode of Stoner Cast. He explained kind of where he comes from culinary wise and why he does what he does. Uh, I am personally stoked for the peach fried pies. Little hand pies, fried. Looks like they've got some good glaze on them. Man, I'm stoked. That is a very, I think, opening game item for me. Um, cheesesteak, right? Cheesesteak and chicken cheesesteak. You can't go wrong there. Garlic knots, not something I typically associate with a baseball game, but judging by the pictures put out by the Clingstones and OVGH, man, I'm in awe. I cannot wait to try the garlic knots. Excuse me, y'all. I am getting over bronchitis. I dealt with bronchitis for almost 2 weeks and really kicked my butt. I'm on the back end of that now and getting better, but there's still a cough every now and then. The last item that they've announced, triple play potatoes. You've got to go on the Clingstones Facebook page, find the post about the new menu items, check the image out of triple play potatoes. I don't have a producer with me right now or co-host, so I don't have anybody to throw that up on the screen, but they look pretty amazing. Looks like there's some cheese on there. They look like just kind of like potato wedges, but not the truck stop on, Highway 80 potato wedges. These look like really fresh, nice potato wedges, drizzled with some cheese. Looks like some spice on there. And man, Chef Matt, Alex, the rest of the OVGH team, great job. I can't wait to eat at the Clingstones games this season. So it's going to bring me to something that, you know, Pete, if you're listening, go ahead and close your ears. Diamond Baseball Holdings may have spilled the beans. The parent company of the Clingstones may have spilled the beans on a special menu item that didn't make the release. And I'd like to think in my heart of hearts that they were just kind of, putting this away special for us to see on opening night. But since it was released, and since Stoner Cast co host Dave Norris actually was up and saw the post last night, looks like we're getting Peach Cobbler in a mini batting helmet. We actually asked or suggested to Chef Matt on his Stonercast episode, and we said, "Bro, you've got to get Peach Cobbler in a batting helmet. It'll be a top seller." So y'all don't make us out to be liars, right? Please If that's available at the game you go to, make sure you get a peach cobbler and a mini batting helmet. I cannot wait to have that. And that's gonna definitely be an opening night. Maybe after my cheesesteak or my chicken cheesesteak or garlic knots, I'll have some peach cobbler and a mini helmet. So again, kudos, Chef Matt, Alex Lilly, the OVGH team. It looks like you guys spent the offseason planning some incredible dishes, and not to be too corny, you knocked it out of Synovus Park. Can't wait to get back to the park and try some food. So that's going to wrap up what we're going to talk about with the food. Um, some other things that have popped up just announced today, the Clingstones concert series. Concerts in April, May, June, August, and September. They are going to be they're going to have bands. They're going to have bands in the stadium for pregame shows. Um, Local bands like Active Ingredients, who I know are a local band that's gotten a lot of traction over the last few months. The Sweet Mountain Lepers, John Elvis Lyons, which I'm guessing is maybe the Elvis guy that we had last year. Immortal Parrot. I mean, come on. That's got to be a Buffett tribute band. I believe that coincides with Margaritaville weekend, too. So, again, you can't go wrong with a Buffett tribute. Dixie Red, another very popular local act that's been in a lot of the live music scenes here in Columbus. She will be performing on Saturday, June 27th. The Codfish Quartet, another group of guys that I know have been in plenty of places that offer live music here in the local Columbus area. They're going to be live on Saturday, August 1st, and they're going to kind of close out the concert series on Saturday, September 5th. They're going to have Groove Monkey live from the area just out inside the gates, the grassy area. Um, we did have someone on our Clingstones fan group today that asked specifically about timing for the concerts, and being the admin that I am, I you know kind of wanted to see if I could get her an answer, and none other than our incredible general manager, Pete Lavin, responded pretty quickly to answer that question. She said, "What time did the band start playing?" And Pete said, 1.5 hours before game time. They will be playing in the grass area to the left of main gate. So, you've heard it from the man itself, 1.5 hours before game time. Reminder, this year, some of the evening games are going to 7:06 p.m. in conjunction with the Clingstones partnership with the Visitors Bureau. And, you know, what a way to celebrate Columbus. 7:06, you know, that's our area code. That's our game start time for, I believe, weeknights. So make sure you're there. 4:30 to 6 on April 4th. Active Ingredients will be playing on the grass area to the left of main gate right after the gates open. So, guys, make sure you're there. Let's support this. Everybody wanted to see concerts. Hey, here you go. They're giving it to you on a silver platter. Can't wait to see some of these bands. So, that's going to bring us to what a lot of people are probably tuning in for, and that is the promotional slash giveaway section of the Clingstones website. We're going to roll through that. The giveaways, I've looked at the entire calendar. I am stoked about several of these. There are still some question marks, actual question marks listed on the images on the website. There's another alternate identity, and you know, lots of people have asked for certain things, and lots of people are hoping for certain things. We won't know until it's released by the Clingstones. But man, if they do as well as they did with Refrescos de Fuente, and if they do as well as they've done with just about everything else that they've touched, the jerseys behind me, the gold jersey from last year, one of my favorites. The Realtree jersey, again, another favorite. Military jersey, my absolute favorite jersey from last year. If they go with the same companies and same methodology in creating the new alternate identity as they did these specific specialty game jerseys, they're gonna kill it. I know they are. So we've got some big ones right out of the gate. Opening night, rally towels. They only have 500 of those. So be in line early for opening night. I will be there. You'll know me. I'll be yelling loud. You'll know I'm there. And if you're watching this now, this is the only time this will be announced. Find me in line. I'll have some Stoner Cast stickers and some maybe a few other little swag items that you can hit me up for, and I'll be happy to give you one. So April 3rd, rally towels, 500 only for that giveaway. The very next day, April 4th, magnetic schedules presented by Moe's Original Barbecue. And then the next promo item is 13 days later, April 18th. It's going to be a green Clingstones cap giveaway. The caps last year were done really, really well. So that's going to be presented by Legacy Reserve at Old Town. I don't mind mentioning the sponsors. We don't have sponsors yet on Stoner Cast. I believe firmly in sharing the love and supporting this team. So if I can give their sponsor a shout out, that's what I'm going to do. So Legacy Reserve at Old Town sponsoring that green cap giveaway. Make sure you're there. Make sure you get your green cap. 1,000 of those will be given away on April 18th. Peach baseball. Who doesn't need a peach baseball on their shelf? I actually don't have mine. Mine's at work on my memorabilia shelf at work. But peach baseballs will be given away the very next day after the green cap on April 19th. Make sure you are there to get your peach baseball. The first replica jersey will be given away on May the 2nd. They are doing the road gray replica jersey this year, not one that was done last year. Make sure you're there to get it. And Wet Nose Wednesdays are back, courtesy of the law office of Gary Bruce. Great man, Gary Bruce, huge in this community, will do anything for anybody. And he is proud to come back this year to sponsor the Wet Nose Wednesday nights. So, of course, he's going to give a collapsible dog bowl away on May 13th, Wet Nose Wednesday. Make sure you're there. Get your dog one of these cool green bowls that say Law Offices of Gary Bruce and it's got the cool fuzzy logo on it. So, just real quick to go back, the Peach Baseball will be presented by Pearson Farm, who was a partner last year. I think they've become a bigger partner this year. I know they're sponsoring the first base picnic area, and pretty sure they probably have something to do with Clingstone Awareness Day that'll be coming later on in this season. So make sure you're there April 19th for your Peach Baseball, courtesy of Pearson Farms. May the 2nd, the Road Gray replica jersey presented by Morgan and Morgan. And then Law Offices of Gary Bruce are doing the collapsible dog bowl on May 13th. See, we really need a sponsor because now would be a great time to have a break so I could catch my breath, grab a sip of water, and come back. But you know what? We're going to soldier on. We're going to get through this. May 14th, as mentioned already, Refrescos de Fuente. That's the first weekend we'll have Refrescos de Fuente. So Riley Heating and Air, who were the sponsors of a really good giveaway last year. I think they did a hat. And I think they did a jersey as well. They're doing the Refrescos de Fuente flag, and I've already got a spot picked out. I'm looking at it right now. Bare wall. That flag's going to look beautiful hanging up there. May 14th, Riley Heating and Air is giving you Refrescos de Fuente flag. Now, May 16th, what we've all been waiting for, right? Bobblehead. Bobblehead number one. The Clingstones are giving the Drake Baldwin NL Rookie of the Year bobblehead to the first 1,000 fans. It's going to be presented by the kind folks over at Coca-Cola. Bobblehead is incredible, and I'm stoked about it. I did just notice. I looked at it. It says the name Jackie Robinson on it, and I can't really tell what the stand that the bobblehead sits on says behind him, but it's a good looking bobblehead, and what better way to celebrate the National League Rookie of the Year, Drake Baldwin, current catcher for the Braves, going to be there on May 16th when Coca-Cola hands out 1,000 of those bad boys. Make sure you're there. This guy last year Y'all, there were some riots. Oh, well, maybe not riots, but close to it over the fuzzy bobblehead. And folks in Columbus love their bobbleheads. Make sure you're there in line May 16th. Coca Cola presents Drake Baldwin NL Rookie of the Year bobbleheads. Make sure you're there to get one. All right. I mentioned the Realtree jersey earlier. Well, Realtree's back with the Stones this year, and they are giving a camo trucker cap away. Good looking hat, camo, Realtree camo leaf pattern. It's got the classic Clingstone C logo on it, and you'll want to be there on May 28th. 1,000 of those, the first 1,000 fans through the gates will get the camo trucker cap. Now, here's where things get a little, you got to wonder what's the next alternate identity. May 30th, there's an alternate identity cap being presented by Eagle Christian Tours, and they will have 1,000 of those. So we don't know. That's what I said. There's a question mark actually on the hat on the website. So we don't know quite yet what it is. Are they going with, I don't know, the Columbus Great Big Catfish or the Abrams tanks? Who knows? We'll see on May 30th. We'll probably see before then. But on May 30th, you'll be able to see the hat, and you'll be able to get one if you're one of the first 1,000 people through, courtesy of Eagle Christian Tours. Next, one I'm super stoked about, June 11th, presented by Aflac. Thank you. You employ my wife, and I love you for that. Soccer scarf night. If you've been to a soccer game, an Atlanta United game, or any other pro or high level soccer game, scarves are a thing, right? You don't want to miss the chance to get one of these Aflac Clingstone scarves. Little pictures of Fuzzy on there, Clingstones, white text with the green outline on the peach background to, do a majority of the scarf, and cannot wait for those. 1,000 of those will be given away on June the 11th, courtesy of Aflac. June 13th, just 2 days later, they're coming back and they're dropping the gauntlet again. Hawaiian shirt. Hello, where you been all my life? Flingstone's Hawaiian shirt. I cannot wait. Kind of a blue base. It's got the Affleck duck head on it. Handsome fella. But another handsome fella's on there. Fuzzy. That shirt is going to be a hot item. And I mean, I can't wait to get mine. I'm going to wear it to church, wear it to the doctor, funerals, weddings, whatever. I'm rocking that Clingstone Hawaiian shirt, courtesy of Aflac. Again, 1,000 of those will be available, so make sure you're in line earlier. June the 27th, we're going honky tonkin', y'all. Cowboy hat, presented by Neutral, believe. If I'm not right, I apologize, but NUTRL, black cowboy hat with the Clingstone C on it. Again, something that I feel like is going to be a pretty hot item. So make sure you're there to get your cowboy hat presented by Neutral. 1,000 fans on June the 27th. Pete's jersey, powered by Georgia Power. Not presented by, it's powered by Georgia Power, right? It's a peach shirt. It's a peach jersey replica in a t-shirt style. So jersey. It's going to have the green and white Clingstone script across the front. Going to have the number 26 on it. Fuzzy logo on the right sleeve. Georgia Power logo on the left sleeve. 1,000 fans, the first 1,000 fans, get that on June the 28th, courtesy of our friends at Georgia Power. Those rally towels, I've been saying the first 1,000 fans get them all season long, like all the promo items except the first rally towel. Well, they've got 500 more that they're going to give out on July the 9th. Another rally towel night presented by Sun Cruiser. If you don't get one on opening night, make sure you were in line on July 9th and you're one of the first 500, and you will be the proud owner of a Sun Cruiser Clingstones rally towel. All right. Another big one. Our friends at Riley Heating and Air, once again, they're bringing the heat, y'all. Refrescos de Fuente jersey. you're going to get the Refrescos de Fuente jersey in a t-shirt format. This has got the Refrescos de Fuente branding across the front. It's got the Rally Heating and Air and Carrier, it looks like, logo on the back with the soda fountain numbers that say 26. Really good job on that again. Tip of the cap to the artist that did that. I love the font usage and the feel, the pattern to create that soda fountain look. So 1,000 fans on July 11th, you're going to get the Refrescos de Fuentes jersey, courtesy of Riley Heating and Air. Next up, July the 12th, the Clingstones team photo. Make sure you're there for this. Who doesn't want a photo of the best team in the Southern League, right? I do. We've got one somewhere over here on my shelf. You can't see it, but it's over there. 1,000 of those will be given out on July the 12th, courtesy of PMB Broadcasting. Same folks that have the Sports Vision morning show that I listen to like daily. Shout out DJ Jones, Thrift Behringer, Richard Holdridge. They have Kiss 99.3, 107Q. Again, PMB Broadcasting, pillar in this community. And they are doing work with another pillar in this community, the Columbus Clingstones. So now, this one, very, very mysterious. There's not even an outline of it. All it says is image coming soon. Snovis Park replica statue. And I'm going to go ahead and say now, I'm going to be one of the first 5 folks in line to get this. I can't wait. I've got a spot picked out over here just for that Snovis Park replica statue. Brought to you by our friends over at Kia Autosport. Kia, huge sponsor of the Clingstones. Kia Autosport is the local source for you to buy a Kia vehicle. So they are giving away 1,000 of these replica statues. Make sure you're in line to get one. Behind me, of course. We're going to be there. Can't wait to get my Synovus Park replica statue. Again, this is the 100th anniversary of Golden Park, which Golden Park, everybody has skin and muscles and bones, right? Synovus Park at the bones is Golden Park. Legendary institution in Columbus, Georgia, if you grew up here like I did. So I cannot wait to get that Synovus Park replica statue. Again, it's going to have the bones of Golden Park, right? So, all right, that is August the 1st. And you can get that again graciously sponsored by Kia Autosport. Now, August the 8th. Not really a question mark. There's a rather slim, trim, buff bobblehead statue. Chuck Williams bobblehead. The mayor of 205. He is the 205 bleacher creature, right? Mr. Chuck Williams. We all know him. We all love him. And the Clingstones loved him so much, they gave him a bobblehead. So, again, right next to Fuzzy and Austin Riley, Chuck Williams is going to have a permanent place, and he's going to be able to watch every single episode of Stonercast before any of you get to, because we pre-record. So, August the 8th, Chuck Williams bobblehead. There's no presenting sponsor on this. I'm going to venture out and say Chuck Williams doesn't need a sponsor. Chuck Williams is Chuck Williams. And people are going to come from near and far to get that Chuck Williams bobblehead on August the 8th. The first 1,000 fans, you'll get it. August 22nd, shout out my guy, Corey Wilkins, another one of my 205 seatmates. Man, we love us some Red Sticks baseball. And I think Pete Lavin and his crew, they took note this year. Folks around Columbus, we still have not forgotten our beloved Red Sticks. So, why not give out a replica Red Sticks jersey, right? Georgia Air National Guard. Thank you for your service. And thank you for giving 1,000 Red Sticks replica jerseys out on August the 22nd. Man, I cannot wait. It's going to be your typical white jersey, red trim, that beautiful Red Sticks logo across the chest, Georgia Air National Guard logo on the sleeve, And again, 1,000 of those will be given out on August the 22nd. Next one, and we're getting to the end, y'all. Hang with me here. Aflac coming hard again. The Check for Cancer jersey. I don't know if this is the final version of this jersey. If it is, man, I'm in love. Blue checkers. Um, Aflac doing their part, reminding you get checked. Make sure you are monitoring your health. Make sure you're able to be a Clingstones fan for many, many years to come, happy and healthily. And Aflac is doing their part to make sure you are reminded. 1,000 fans will receive the Aflac Check for Cancer jersey. Beautiful blue, light blue, dark blue check, Aflac logo on one sleeve, the Check for Cancer logo on the other sleeve, with a beautiful white Clingstones logo across the script logo across the chest with that darker blue trim. Make sure you're there September 3rd. Check for Cancer jersey brought to you by Aflac. All right, y'all, we are getting to the end of the promotion items. Actually, there's just one more. Again, alternate identity replica jersey. Big question mark on this one. It's a navy shirt, reddish question mark. All it says is alternate identity replica jersey presented by DBHDD. I don't know who that stands for. Shout out Clingstone's marketing team. List that out on there. 1,000 of those will be given out on September 5th. You'll know the alternate identity well before that because I've got another alternate identity item ahead. So make sure you're paying attention and then make sure you're in line on September 5th for the alternate identity replica jersey. 1,000 of those are going to be given away. So that's the giveaway items for the season. And man, y'all, I'm exhausted. That was a lot of talking. Um, Again, the promotions they they brought back Wet Nose Wednesdays. Every Wednesday home game, you are going to get to bring your pup to the park for free, courtesy of Gary Bruce. Um, Friday night fireworks. This year they're going to do a drone show, and I need to find that date so that I make sure that I deliver on my promise to bring you info. Um, can't find it. I'll put it in the comments of this and make sure you guys know which day it is. They are doing a drone show, which will they did do a drone show on the did they do the drone show on the night of the reveal? I think we had bad weather. Maybe we didn't do the drone show. Anyway, if you've not seen a drone show before, they do them at Disney World. Um, Lots of large markets have them every now and then. You're going to want to be there for it. Really, really cool thing to see. And if it's going to be done by the Clingstones, I promise you, it's going to be done to the absolute best of their ability. So, one thing that they deliver on consistently is that they put on a great show no matter what. Doesn't matter what promotion they're doing, it doesn't matter how many people are in the park. If they commit to doing something, Diamond Baseball Holdings and the Clingstone staff, Pete Lavin and his crew, they do a tremendous job of putting on a great show. So make sure you're there for that drone show. I think it's something that you won't forget. So again, Fireworks Fridays are back. They're going to do post game fireworks. We were really lucky last year to get fireworks after every Friday game. They came back. They're doing that again. And if you did not see a Clingstones Fireworks Friday, you're in for a treat. This ain't no, 3 bottle rockets up in the sky with a, 500-gram cake that goes up after that, and let's call it a show. This is a great production. So, can't wait for Fireworks Fridays again live from Synovus Park. Um, 60s night, disco night, um, lots of themed promotions. You got Margaritaville weekend that'll be coming up again. One of my favorite weekends because I'm a big Jimmy Buffett fan. Laugh if you want to. It's okay. Ha ha ha. I love me some Jimmy Buffett. Kids Run the Bases are back on Sundays and family days at Sundays. They're doing like a 4 hot dog type deal. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but make sure that if you've got a family and kind of struggling now, hey, that's a great deal. Take your family to the ballpark. get hot dogs and drinks and all that included in with your ticket cost, and enjoy a day at the game with your family. I guarantee you the kids will love it. They'll have a blast. Also, there's going to be a wiffle ball field right inside the main gates that's going to be put in this year. I can't wait to see that. I'm kind of speaking lower because I think maybe it's supposed to be a secret. I don't know. There's been a ton of construction right inside the gates if you've been anywhere near the stadium. So you knew something was going there. I'm just going to break the news. It's a wiffle ball field. The kids are going to love it. They're going to be all over the place over there. So, White Claw Wednesdays for you that love White Claws. Hey, get you some on Wednesdays. $4 through the fourth inning, you get White Claws. Not a huge White Claw fan myself, but hey, get there and get you some. Um, Thirsty Thursdays are back. $3 domestic beers, I believe, is the deal. Yeah. $3 domestics in the WC Bradley backyard for all those ages 21 and over. Don't try to come and get one if you're 20. We're IDing folks. Do not do it. You're going to have a bad time. Steven Stokes, shout out, security team at Snows Park. They're going to have a bad time, aren't they, Steven? So, 80s night. Man, can't wait for that. I turned 45 years old tomorrow, March 24th, my birthday, before the Clingstone season. So, I can't even get my name on the video board. Can't get a happy birthday. None of that. Anyway, 80s night, I'm there. I'm celebrating it. And it's coupled with post game fireworks. Who can beat that? All right, y'all. This one looks interesting. Halfway to Christmas. Make your holly jolly way to the ballpark for the true halfway mark to Christmas on June the 25th versus my other favorite minor league identity, the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Who doesn't love a trash panda? Um, I just found it. The first ever post game drone fireworks show, Friday, June the 26th. First pitch set for 7:06 p.m. We're playing the Trash Pandas, and they're billing it is Star Wars night, so maybe there's a specialty jersey again this year. Intergalactic night at the ballpark. On field specialty jerseys, characters, and more. Stick around after the game for our first ever drone show at the ballpark. Thanks to Piedmont. Piedmont, they also keep our area healthy. So huge shout out to them. Not only are you keeping us healthy, giving us medicine when we're sick, but we're sponsoring drone night at the Clingstones game. Who can beat that? All right. They're giving the cowboy hats away for the Trash Pandas games too. So that'll be fun. We could say yeehaw, beat the Pandas. And that's also the night Dixie Red's coming. Yeah, man. It's on that night. All right. Singles night. Hey, if you're single, ready to mingle, Kale Morgan, you're not single anymore. You have a beautiful girlfriend. You cannot participate in single night. But last year you could have. Looks like they're going to do something special for the singles. Grab a wristband that matches your vibe and mingle with other friendly fans. You don't want to miss out on the chance to say you met the one at a game. Hey, we saw a proposal there last year. Maybe you meet on singles night, and which is on July 9th. And heck, July 10th, ask her to marry you on the dugout. They'll get it on video and everything. It'd be awesome. July 10th night, it's Wizard and Wands night versus the Birmingham Barons. Harry Potter, I'm assuming, is kind of the theme for that one. So that's going to be thanks to GFL Environmental. I think we've kind of gone through everything so far. Senior nights, who doesn't love those? Folks from Spring Harbor, the retirees, they get to come down to the ballpark, have a good time. Oh, also, this year, the Clingstones are doing 2 education games. So they are playing early. I don't know how the players feel about that. Kind of early, like 11:30 a.m. games. They are opening the park up for schools. And I am trying to see exactly when those nights are. Okay, April 15th, 11:05 a.m. Man, it's an early wake up call, ain't it, Zebo? Lucas, EJ, Kevin, y'all really want to be up at 11:05? Kind of early. Anyway, if you're a season ticket holder and you work during those hours and you're not going to be able to make the game, check your email. Find the email from your rep. Go ahead and fill out the request. They'll trade your tickets out, give you some extra tickets for another date so that you can then give your seats up to some of this beautiful children from the Columbus, Georgia area. There's also another education game to follow that one, and it is April 29th versus the Montgomery Burnt Biscuits. 11:05 a.m. That's going to be presented by the airport. They're bringing all the little chillins back to the ballpark so they can watch the Clingstones. I guarantee you, the stadium won't be louder at any other time than these two education games. Those kids are going to give it all they've got, I'm sure. Again, that's another day. Check with your email. Find the one from your ticket rep that you just were kind of like, whatever. I'm going to ignore that. Open it. Fill out your request so that you can get tickets for another date and allow the little chillins to sit in your seat and enjoy the game. Um, there was one other game. This is going to be probably the last one that I touch on Sunday, April 19th, 1:05. So this is before the Sunday game time change. They're going to 4:05 game time, I believe, in after May. Anyway, this one's going to be at 1:05. It is Clingstone Peach Awareness Day. It's going to be brought to you by Pearson Farms. So, all of you naysayers and detractors and haters that were like, Clingstones are only grown in California. No, they're not. No, they're not. Pearson Farms, located down the street in Fort Valley, Reynolds area, somewhere around there, they grow Clingstone peaches. So, you can't say they're only grown in California because they're not. They're grown down the street. And Pearson Farms is going to be at the stadium, and they are going to be like, look here, let's celebrate these Clingstone peaches. That's the day they're giving out the peach baseballs. I'm sure they're going to have some peaches there. So if you want to sink your teeth into a juicy peach, show up April 19th, Clingstone Peach Awareness Day. I may just like drape myself in a banner that says, I love Clingstones, happy Clingstone Awareness Day, whatever. I'm going to let everybody know Clingstones are grown right here in Georgia. And there are, and I have inside information just from shortly before I went on. There are one, two, three premium seats left behind home plate. Cam Holt's your guy. Call him. He will get you squared away. If you want to sit those premium seats right there behind home plate, give Cam a call. 770-845-7271. Cam will get you set up so that you can come and have fun at the park all year long. You can get in 15 minutes early so you can get each one of these promotions if you want to. Cam is going to take care of you. I love Cam Holt to death. He has been an amazing part of the Clingstones team, and I'm so glad I got to know him. He takes a big part in our Clingstones fan groups, and he's there for you if you need him at the park. So shout out Cam Holt, man, you're one of the best. Give him a call. He will get you set up with premium seats or any other seats. Also, group stuff. I wanted him to come on with me tonight, but he's got some event or whatever he said, prior commitment, something, whatever. He said Central Time, and I told him, hey, Hoss, we live in Eastern Time. He can set you up with group nights. Get a little league team, birthday party, heck, baby shower. Let's do a baby shower at the ballpark. Gender reveal. That sounds cool. Olivia and the rest of the marketing team. Hey, let's do a gender reveal pinata style on top of a dugout, the visitors dugout, because we don't want our guys showered with pink and blue. Um, Whatever it is you want to celebrate, call Cam. He'll help you build a Clingstones game into that. He's the nicest guy. He will do whatever it takes to make you happy and to make sure your event goes off 1000% perfect. So Cam Holt, 770-845-7271. That is not to tear down or talk negatively about any other Clingstones team members. They're all great. I promise you, you can deal with any one of them. I just know Cam personally. I've got Cam's number, so I'm just giving you his number because I know that he will take care of you perfectly, and you won't come back to me going, you gave me the number of somebody that really didn't do me right. So I know Cam will. So y'all, thank you for joining us. We will be live again on April the 1st. It's not an April Fool's joke. We will be live on April the 1st, and we will be breaking down the roster. It will be me, and it will be the nicest guy from Pale City, Alabama, the one and only Dave Norris, and some special guests. We're going to have some special guests, and you won't know about them. I'm not even going to put them in the descriptions of the live until you tune in on April 1st. Promise you, you don't want to miss the special guest. Make sure you are live with us on April 1st. So that's going to wrap it up for this very first inaugural episode of StonerCast Live. Thank you for joining us. I'm not able to read the chat because I've been talking nonstop. I'm going to read the chat. I'm going to reply. But next week, our producer, the beautiful Rakia Ware, will be live with us, and she's going to keep Dave and I straight, and we will be able to answer chat messages as they come in. So join us again on April the 1st. We're going to break down the roster. Some big names coming back to Columbus, some big names coming to Columbus for the first time, and hopefully we're going to get trophies and rings, y'all. Let's get all those guys rings. Let's win the Southern League this year. Let's win the whole thing. Thank you again for joining us on this inaugural live, this test run, let me try it to make sure it's not going to go over like a flop. I'm going to end this one just like we end every single episode of StonerCast. Go Stones. See y'all April 3rd.